Hello, my little ponies. Welcome back to Minecraft Divine Journey 2. You might notice a few little differences here. I don't remember exactly where the last episode left off. Oh, look, we have a nice little door. We have a nice little outside region. Disregard the map, looking so absolutely bad. Like, I spent, you don't even want to know how much time I spent working on all of this to make everything look nice. Okay? I spent so many hours, multiple days, and over here still needs new dirt anyway. Right. That's bedroom. This is our nice front. Actually, a nice front door. And look at this. Look at this. Okay, we still have a few more blocks left to go up there. Disregard the sheep. Acquire more experiences. Where's our dirt? We have a few stacks of dirt here. But what's most important is that we are now going to be spending some time. Oh yeah, fixed up all these nice rooms. You can see a little bit of glowstone for the outside of the building. We have this nice room here. Then we have all of this. And you can kind of see my hacks here. Disregard that. What, am I going to spend all episode just filling in this? Surely not, right? No. I wouldn't imagine as much. Oh my god. So, I got kind of distracted there for a few moments. I don't know what happened. Oh, after I spent so much time just making this house. Gosh, I spent way too long making a front yard that would look nice and also look nice on the map. And then it turns out it doesn't actually matter. And it just looks gray anyway. And honestly, maybe I should have just used wood, and at least then it might look pink instead, because this is also chiseled glass. Except this is mostly glowstone. Because that stuff wasn't. Anyway, quests. Let's make a pyre. So it's 3 oak bark, 1 root of the fallen. Okay, 3 oak, 3 bark. Okay. I have storage crates so far away from each other. What's my knife thing? Did I get like a knife at some point that I can use to get this bark? No, it's not up there. Ah! I have all of my stuff all scattered around so far away from each other. Do, do. So that was the house that I was in before, because I was already there. And then this was all just crafted. And for all of this, and it still looks bad. Eventually I'll fix up that and make like a proper moat all around and actually try to figure out how to properly illuminate the place. But I just wanted to actually do an episode Perfect. Yeah, don't mind all that sugarcane and cactus. That's just there to get the EMC for all of the glowstone and alumite that I'll wind up using for this place. If only had a saddle, actually using a horse might be a good idea. No, 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 no. Ah, no, 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 no. One Terramoss, which we have. 4 obsidian and 4 coagulated blood. Now we have the obsidian, and we have the bow. What we need is blood, which we don't actually have yet. Oh, look, 2 ingots. Well, 160, 320 is about 640. 2, 1. Here's my crafting tables. Where did my bow go? I have shears. So yeah, I have the I put in sugarcane, I put in cactus, and I put a whole bunch of sheep right here, so I could get a whole lot of EMC value to make like alumite and everything else I was using. Because frankly, for every step of the way along this here divine journey, I'm going to need stuff for EMC. Step 1 was trees, using logs, get lots of EMC. And so then next was getting yeah, I wish I could like just auto shield them and have all this stuff just go. The bow didn't go into there, did it? I don't think it should be able to. Bows aren't here. Huzzah! We got a trophy! I sure hope we don't need the bow for anything else. Okay, we need one of that for that, two of that for an engineer's hammer. Okay, we kind of need some... We mostly just need this, and then Root of the Fallen, we do need a few more things. I'll just give myself another of those bows because it shouldn't have vanished like that. So chapter 1, the first trophy, July 7th. Second one, July 17th. Yeah, I spent about a week building this place. Can you tell? Is it good? Is it nice? Was it worth it? Ultimately. So the pyre... Wait, doesn't the pyre need like a fire underneath it? Okay, okay. So... Hi, what's up? I see a wolf. You know what? Here's an idea. That down there, then that, then that. I'm sure we'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Maybe. Theoretically. Maybe. I hope. Yeah, you know what? Just disregard all of the sheep sounds. I think they're happy. They're probably happy. I think they're satisfied with their lots in life. That's bars of happy sounds. Okay, so we need to start up here to start making steel. So this requires 2 of that, or 2 of this. So 1 copper rod, so we need 2 copper. We have 2 copper. We have extra copper here. We needed more of it. 1 buffalo tooth. Yep, we have buffalo teeth. Gosh, I really just need to make... Oh, wait. I can totally do this. All of the instruments. 1, 2, 3, 4. That could just be set up. 5, 6. Well, we don't have the drums. But at the very least, we're not going to need these instruments unless we want to do another, like, totem dance thing. So we can set this all up some other time. There, and that saves a bit of room. Perfect. Okay. 2 of the bloodied stone, which we still have. And an iron plate that we the hammer, and 2 irons. Where's the crafting table? None in the bedroom. Also, look, this is like... It's concrete dust. I thought that would make it look like I had a carpeted bedroom. It looks kind of nice. I like it. Oh, shoot, should have just used that and EMC to eat it. Oh, well, whatever. Yay! We're like so bloody close to 2 distinct trophies. Technically, you can find steel as well as flint and steel. We need... Oh, we need both of these. Okay, so we need to make 27 of this, which is basically... Which basically just need to make 1, right? Because this is 8, 16, 24, 32, and that's essentially 3. So that's about what? 4 each? Yeah, EMC 4. Project D. Reload EMC. How did you get here? Oh, very well. Very well, carry on. So I need 4 bricks and 4 invar ingots. Well, you see... I don't have invar. How do I make invar? Cast molten invar alloy, iron, and nickel. That looks like 2 to 1, right? Where's my nickel? Yeah? Yeah. Off. Surely I found some... Somewhere? No? Okay, well then. There are 2 more chests of stuff going around. And yes, up on the roof is just grass. I used the chiseled bits, which I don't have a backpack right now, to just basically carry an entire grass block up there. And I just filled in the rest with dirt, and it's been so long that the grass has just kind of moved up. How in the... Well, I guess it's time to go into some mine somewhere or other to start getting this stuff. Alright, let's go. Underground. I think we need to go more underground. Well, I see an ore over there. Completely disregard. Uh-huh. Looking for some nickel. I mean, if I happen to find other sorts of ore as well, like, I might as well go for it. Ooh, cool. Minor drops. Quite a lot of good stuff there. Hey, stop it! What I'm hearing you say is that maybe I shouldn't be blindly actually leaping down these caves. And I should instead be watching where I'm going and have a plan for escaping eventually. So I might be able to get back out alive. And that does sound like a fair idea. And I don't exactly have, like, a counterpoint to that or anything. However, it's too late to try to be safe about that. Mossy cobblestone? That can't reach me, right? Not running away in fear, I just would rather not deal with the bear. So I need invar, so I need nickel. Still haven't found any. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, Lapis. Isn't Lapis really good? Yeah, Lapis really good at this. So the backpack is supposed to be for, you know, holding on to just a bunch of extra stuff. Like, while we go on these expeditions. Gold! I found gold! No nickel, though. Silver darn well glows. Even more osmium. I shouldn't be gathering just everything I find. Cyclops. Bad Cyclops. A Cyclops that's trying to kill me. You know, I don't know what it's trying to shoot at me. And at this point, like, I get the message. Don't do that. Don't go that way. Probably shouldn't go that way either. Good point. Message received. Loud and clear. A golden pickaxe and 3 realmite ingots. Ruby and redstone and osmium and realmite and amethyst and garnet and pearl and silver and iron and infernum and oh my gosh, where's the nickel? There we go. Look, it's emeralds. I found emeralds. Can I smelt this? I can smelt this into 3 ingots worth. Yeah, gold is worth a lot of points. Emerald is worth a ton of points. I say a ton. It's worth it. You know, it's worth its points. Oh no. Like, if we look at. We're not that far away. So I value only 35. What's it normally? Like 80? So if we go up about 40, 50 blocks. More emeralds. Huh? I've been here before. I've come in so deep that I've been here before. I'm directly under the house now. Now, one thing that I should have built into the house while I was making it was like an entrance into the mines. But I didn't want to do that because, like, I am planning on making, like, I am planning on making a basement for the house eventually anyway. Hey, look, we made it! Where's my nickel? Oh shoot, it alloys it with copper. Quite a few things seem to alloy with copper. Seriously. Yeah. A relatively safe backyard. That... Gosh, you have no idea how disappointed I am that the yard is just gray. I spent so much time trying to make it look nice, and then it just doesn't. Right, Nicholas. Yes. Aluminum brasses, of course, aluminum. Yeah, I'm going to wind up throwing all of this stuff in here eventually anyway. Just wanted to get everything mixed up and mixed out of here properly. And for our 3 ingots done. What's my quest again? Bright blast bricks. I need to start making a bunch of these. Nickel. 4 more ingots. Actually, I do need constant 10 eventually, just not necessarily now. Beautiful ingot! And then 4 bricks as well. What's my clay? Clay is not in here! That's not clay, that's terracotta. Oh, I thought I had clay saved somewhere, but I guess we'll have to go back out here. No, that's not it. If that was a nickel, I would be so annoyed right now. Yeah, the sand and gravel, but I'm just not seeing clay. Gosh, those... I have tried one of those, like, hard mode mod packs before, where it's just like, yeah, in order to make, like, a crafting table, you need to spend, like, 12 hours of work. You need to, like, find a shore and dig out gravel until you get a flint, and then do, you know, find some, like, exposed stone, and then sharpen your flint on the stone to make sharpened flint, and then you can, like, attack, like, a tree once, but you have to do that 10 times to break one log. And then when you break it, you get some, like, wooden shards. And so you combine, like, 2 or 3 of those and you make one stick. And then you can combine like 3 of these sticks to make, like, a handle. Then you have to go back and sharpen some more flint and put, like, the flint on the handle to actually make a tool to actually. And then you can use that, and it has like 3 durability to start trying to attack. Not actually stone. You can't attack stone with it. You have to find cobblestone somewhere in the wild to use and use it on that. And it's like, hey, if that is someone, like, if someone has fun doing that, then, like, so be it and stuff. I tried something like that, and I just got so lost and confused, and it's like, just follow the step-by-step process and do everything it tells you to, and eventually you'll have some of the stuff you get in vanilla. And it's like, oh, what's such the difference between that and Divine Journey 2, where you start off and you can't just make a crafting table? Because Divine Journey 2 doesn't go to that level of extreme. It just goes to a little bit extra, but not like an excessive amount extra. Just like some extra. Actually, curious here. If we smelt it. Gold does not alloy with anything. So what's this? 89 times 4. So 85, 170, 340 plus 20, so 360, so that's 180. Fine, I'll use a proper calculator. 89 times 4 plus 4, and then divide by 2. 180. Do-do-do-do. Bronze. So bronze has 4 solid ingots. Copper, then aluminum, brass. So I think I need a bit more aluminum. That's what I'm seeing. With nickel. So anyway. Right. Could you imagine how annoying this might be if we didn't have all of it? Okay, so this is used for that, which is nothing, or this, which is also basically nothing. Alright, so this normally I'd build this like into the wall or something. This is not going to be around for very long. We're building it right here. We're going to use this. Okay. Blast furnace is used for its steel fired with iron ingots and coal coke. So this is the same. So we need brick and osmium. This is a nice quick little mining trip. But like, oh, we need some extra just this little tiny amount of osmium is not enough for everything that we'd wind up needing it for. We'd have to keep going down. Like, each one brick would be its own separate. Well, actually, yeah, 2 bricks that we find, that's. So 128 times 4 is 512. Yeah, of course. Plus 20. 532 divided by 2 is 266. This is 266 each. 266. Reload. 27. Okay, so we need coal. We need a bunch of coal. We don't need a bunch of coal. Because coal coke would basically have an EMC value of the same as coal. Because 1 turns into 1. It just takes a minute. Then we would have less because we also get creosote oil that can be used for treated wood planks. So we should keep like 1 tank's worth of that at the very least, because we are going to need at least some. And all of that to get steel. Do, 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 do. I want like a stack of this. Okay, thank you. Again, strictly speaking, 1 turns into 1, and then we also get, half a bucket's worth of that. And creosote oil is essentially 3. So, like, this is, like, twice as effective. So we put in 1. How much does this do? Alright, screw it. Let's put in 8, because it might be 2 for 1 ingot. But then we'll get steel. Yeah, a 16 and a 64 come out to 128. But that would mean that this would have to be 64. Maybe this should be 32 instead, and there'd be 16 turns into like a 32. And then a 64 and a 32 turn into a 128. I think that might be more fair. Like, we already just made a bunch, and... Okay, you know what? Let's just... What's with the decent chunk? Use this to just basically remove all the rest of that. There. Now it's as if it always was. Yeah, we got a bit of it. Whatever. Doesn't ultimately matter. Whatever. What's Slide good for? Who knows? You can turn into sand. But we got steel. And then yeah, it looks like 1 and then 2 and then walk on the 3rd. Yep. Looks like each one leads to 1. Hi, sheep. So now we can do... Now I can make that stuff. And we can make a gun and... And then treated wood. So we need a basic... Yeah, we like need a fluid transposer. No, we need 1 bucket of creosote oil and 8 planks. Where's the bucket? Okay, more accurately, where's the planks? Because the bucket's down here. I don't know if this will work. It totally does. Okay. Yeah, and you're supposed to, like, you know, dig down underground, get coal, put in there, and wait. Basically just leave this AFK to get that, and every 2 interactions, basically 2 minutes, can get you, like, 8 planks. You know, just leave it running overnight, or something. Industrial hemp seeds. Never actually grew this stuff. Instead, I grew wheat. Yeah, this is... I remember what I wanted to do was break off about here-ish and break out through here and here to essentially make a proper moat all the way around, and then all of the grass be replaced with illuminated grass. It's like, look, this still looks like grass. I guess instead... but, like, no, I don't want to replace it with glowstone, because it isn't really any glowstone, that just always looks good. Oh my gosh! Could I just replace it all with silver ore? I should check to see if silver, the block, like, if I could just use, like, a block of silver and if that still glows. Because if a block of silver glows, I could instead replace the entire field with blocks of silver. I had a bit of an issue trying to play this today, because it just would not let me. It just kept, like, failing. Just like, yeah, no, there's an issue with some of the mods. They just don't want to load for some reason. And I'm just like, no, please. Please work, no. I need you. Please. It's like, okay, fine, we're gonna work just for you, just this once. Don't you think this... Don't you start thinking this is going to be an always type deal? Oh, gosh. I mean, 8 hemp and a diamond fishing rod. We could totally EMC a fishing net. And, like, it is... I mean, truth be told, it is definitely a way to passively get stuff that just takes forever. But I wish I could show off the previous world, okay? I had quite the setup there. Okay, so 1 stick, 2 string. I basically had a stack of fishing nets that was all being fed into just like a couple of drawers. But they can also give fishing can also give enchanted books, and for all of the enchanted books, I had them all underground, so you can like just walk up, take an elevator down, and then just marvel at everything that was there. Okay, 1024 times 2. Plus 16 for these 2 strings. Plus 2. 2066. Wait, did I just toss all of... Eight, 16, 24. $20.66 plus 24. $2,090. So, like, I could just set up one with a simple chest above it. And I think I will. Just for the sake of, like... Look at how little this winds up doing. It's just one individual one. It will take a long time for this chest to fill, but with, like, a stack's worth... Yeah, it starts to go really, really fast for some reason. Yeah, just let this keep going and just get more creosote oil. But this is done. Oh, gosh. Hi, it's been like an hour. What have I done? I started with roots. I got into steel. I made a fishing net. So now if I wind up just doing off-camera stuff again for a few days, at least now I'll have something here. Oh, right. Before I finish. Right, I remember I wanted to check. Where is the silver? Oh, right, it's in my bag. Oh yeah, it's like redstone or glowstone. Or gold. Look, you can see it in there. So here's our silver ingots. I probably should have left some silver ore out. So I could have just... But I don't want to make the entire field silver ore. If it's silver blocks, I can make some good use of that. Okay. So it's rather dark in here. Oh, silver glows slightly. Wait. Mobs can't spawn on top of the silver, but they could spawn on the block next to silver. They just can't spawn on top of it. Oh my gosh. So, I'm going to do some experiments with the chiseled bits and everything. And who knows? Or actually, do some experiments with this chisel. Which of these would look the best to have for an entire field? So looking at the top view. Do any of these... Okay, that kind of merges. That kind of merges. That kind of merges. Do I just want stripes? I want to try stripes. I want to try just making stripes. Oh no, you have to... It has to be the basic silver in order to have EMC. Well, time to rip out my entire field up there. Oh, but but if we do replace it with silver, what will it look like on the mini-map? Not horrible. Kind of a whitish-bluish. White with a blue hinge to it. Replace all of that with that, and then have, I don't know, actual proper steel with like steel bars or something. What I want is blaze rods for the bars. And then maybe some gold or glowstone on top for like fencing, whatever. I could have like button mechanisms so you have to hit a button to like open. Oh no, yeah, you can. Oh gosh. I mean, by the time I can get drawbridges and stuff set up, I could always just see. I'll have bridges set up with the wool, so mobs won't want to walk across, and definitely fix up these areas. And eventually, not necessarily by the next episode. I just really wanted to film one now, but this is something to work on for the future. Having a whole field that just looks like this. I noticed that this doesn't glow. Because technically, I think technically this is a different block now. I'm going to try doing some practice with the chiseled bits and see if I can make it. I'm going to practice some stuff with chiseled bits to see if that works. It sucks. I would totally be down to just having like the whole fields just look. Like maybe try using chiseled. Because the chiseled bits mod interacts weirdly with the map. And it seems like it writes into RAM what it wants like the color to be. But the RAM doesn't always like save that. So we do that, then we have like the one little hole there. Then we do that, and then it fixes it back up. And then we have... What is it here? Nope. All that stuff is way over there for some reason. Of course it is. Do, 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 do. 2 chisel bit bags because just one was not enough for heck, 2 wasn't enough, but I still did it. Okay, okay. Well, what if I set this down first? See, if you set the glowstone down first, it's suddenly gold. Or it's suddenly pink. Why is it pink? I have no clue. Why glowstone bottom is now suddenly pink. It wasn't before, but now it is. Yeah, it's the pyre, that's the chest, that's the furnace thing. You can see all of, like, the doorways. Honestly, what I should do is figure out what block it's drawing this from and make it, like, marble or something. I don't want to necessarily make it all pink, just make it, you know, different. Whatever. We've been here. What now? Okay, wait. I have marble around, don't I? I have marble here. I have this here. Huh. Okay, okay. Whoopsies. No. Okay, okay. So it really seemed to rely on if that is something. And then that's a different shade of white because it's one layer lower. Like, what if we do that? Then that's nothing. I have to break that. Then we do this, and now that's just actually white. So we could... Okay, but what if we do just marble cobblestone? No, that is still different because that is just different, yeah. So essentially I'd have to go through... But why is this still different? That's marble just like those two. So why is that different all of a sudden? Why does this sometimes work and sometimes not want to? The Chiseled Bits mod does not interact good with the map. I don't know anything that's going on.